everyone. Hello and welcome to another Glimesh team meeting. This is our kind of normal weekly meeting. We cover the past week, wins, challenges, metrics, all sorts of things. We also cover some new features that we're working on. Tonight we've got a very standard episode for you. We'll be covering some of our phase 2 roadmap stuff and some new marketing initiatives we're undertaking. For anyone who is new, if you speak in Discord or you chat on chat over here, your audio and or text will be recorded and uploaded to YouTube and streamed to our platform. So if you don't consent to that, please don't talk. All right, let's get started. So the first thing we always cover is metrics. This is 1 week of metrics from last week to this week, and then it compares it to the week before that. We've been down on Discord membership week over week for about 6 weeks now. It's been pretty consistent. The number of Discord users we're dropping. We are getting new people coming in, but we're also getting people leaving at the same time. Personally, I think there's a mix. I think some people are just less interested in Glimesh, but I do think that Discord people don't always stick around. They cycle through servers, and then with the recent Gilded migration, I think a couple of people are leaving Discord as well and deactivating their accounts. So I'm not super scared about the Discord number. I wish it was going up, but it's just what it is. On Twitter, we did grow by 3 new users or 3 new followers in the last week. We did lose followers, people unfollowed, but we did get enough new followers to make a net positive. On Reddit, we grew by 5. Instagram, we grew by 8. Facebook, we grew by 5. And then we just now launched our TikTok. We're still kind of early into it. We're not really content creators, or at least I'm not. Some of us are. So we're kind of doing our best to navigate that landscape. We're trying to make TikTok some kind of engaging content. We're trying to make it something that is actually beneficial. Right now we've just got our kind of like launch video on it, but we want to really make it a resource for people and kind of start to bring people on that way. We're up by 42 followers, and then our first video has. Oh God, don't play music. Okay. Yeah, our first video has 663 plays, which is nice. I've heard that plays is a metric that we care about. I don't know what in relation is good or bad, but we've got that going for us. If you want to follow us on Glimesh or on TikTok, we are Glimesh TV. There's TV in the name. Unfortunately, someone else took the original name. We will try and get it back, but for now, Glimesh TV. No dot. All right, we grew by 340 new users, and then our MRR did go down by $425. And then we had 23 support tickets last week, which is pretty good. It didn't refresh for me. I don't know. Super weird.
Didn't refresh for me either.
All right, we'll keep going. It's not that I wouldn't say that few support tickets is good. Few support tickets might actually be bad, but I think seeing some kind of consistency with our support tickets is what we want. We want it to not change dramatically week over week unless there's a new influx of users, because then that means we broke shit or there's something that's really confusing that we launched. I do know we are getting a more than normal delete account requests, people who want their account deleted. I think right now it's about 1 or 2 a week, so it's pretty small still, but people are deleting their accounts. I think that's a pretty normal process. People like to delete accounts, not keep their data around. So we are tracking that as well, just to make sure that a crazy number of people aren't deleting their accounts. All right, so next up is traffic. So I have, this is last week up here, and this one is this week. So we are again down on traffic. From last week, we had 11,000 unique visitors the week before, and then we had 9,000 in the last 7 days. I do want to add a quick caveat. I realized that the way we pull this metric is wrong. If you can see right here, we're comparing Tuesday to Tuesday, or in this case, Wednesday to Tuesday, but Tuesday's not finished. By the time I run this report, it's like noon, and so we are missing a good chunk of the rest of the day for Tuesday. So I'm going to look at pulling this in a better way. That way we don't have this gap here. I might start doing like Monday to Monday for the comparison. But we are down on unique viewers on the platform right now. We are going to talk about marketing here in a minute. We are making a pretty sizable marketing push. So we do hope to kind of change these numbers around. We're comfortable now to advertise the platform, to get the word out. We do have a lot to work on, but we're not going to see change. We're not going to see improvements immediately. We're going to have to stick to a regimented social media schedule, and then hopefully we can get some rewards there. On Twitter, our 28-day summary, you can see is down. So this is the number we have to fix. We're not tweeting, and because we're not tweeting, we're not really getting engagements, we're not really getting visits, we're not appearing on timelines. So we got to keep this number going up. We've started tweeting as much as possible. We're engaging with people. We're retweeting. We're posting our own content. We're replying to different content on the internet. If marketing is something that you're interested in, we'd love to have your help. We're actually in the marketing channel. We'll talk more about that in a second. And then finally here, our bandwidth for the last 7 days is quite consistent. I'm actually not sure what I'm trying to show with this graph. I may remove it in the future, but I think it's neat for now. This is basically 7 days.
Everything.
Yeah. It's not exactly helpful right now. Because, like Tuesdays are worse than Mondays and are worse than Sundays, so it's kind of not super helpful. All right, and then we actually just finished the month of April. So we have a full snapshot. We've now got 2 months under our belt of launched Glimesh. So I changed this slide a little bit to show our full month financials, just so we can get that April included in there. This graph on the left here is actually for the entire month, so April 1st to May 1st. You can see that's kind of our downward trend on MRR, but the chart below it actually tracks the per day, how much we're losing on MRR, which is the yellow, and then how much we're gaining, which is the blue. So we're allowed to lose MRR. People are allowed to churn. A 30% churn rate is pretty normal, but we need to make sure that we're having these blues. That way we can continue to actually grow the platform. Ideally, you have blues and yellows. And then over here on the right-hand side, we've got our 2 full months of actual profit and loss, if you will. This only accounts for servers. We're not really putting in any other kind of renewable cost. Most of them are pretty small, so it's really just the servers. You can see in March, we had a gross of 12,500. April, we did have less, so 9,510. But we really kind of took a look at some of our server spend and re-optimized our servers to get basically a almost 3 times cost savings on our server expenses. Of course, that was combined with less people using the site, but we did cut the servers at least in half just by optimizing them for our users. Oops. The last thing here, so the budget remaining is how much budget we'd have left for the month, not overall, just for the month, if we were paying for servers. And this is relevant because we're operating off of DigitalOcean credits right now, but we do have an intention to make sure that we're profitable. That way we can continue to exist. So we take a look at that no matter what. So if we were paying for servers in April, which we were not, we would have had $3,400 of profit that month. Since we did get credits, we had $5,531 instead. Our bank balance right now is about $14,000 with about $4,000 in Stripe. And then the one other thing I want to include is we did get a Stripe billing charge for the month of March for about $1,000. We're gonna have to look at that and figure out how to make that a smaller number as well. That was an expense. All right. So those are financials. Anyone have any questions related to the financials? If you ever miss a team meeting, we have good news for you. We record them. They go to YouTube, basically the same night or the next day. And then we also type them up and put them on a blog called the Glimcap, and that's available at blog.glimesh.tv. We normally post those about on Friday.
There's also a link at the footer of the page, correct?
Yeah, the very bottom will have them. Yep, so you can always catch up. All right, I'm going to move on here. So next we're going to talk about phase 2. As a reminder for everyone, phase 2 for Glimesh is really focused around that viewership. Not only from a product feature perspective, but also from a marketing perspective, from a focus perspective. We're focused on getting new viewers on the platform. That's what we're focused on now. And there's a couple of core features we need to make it a little bit more, sustainable, a little bit more appropriate for streaming sites. So our phase 2 product roadmap is in line with that vision. We're working on a mobile app, which will help get new viewers on the platform. It'll help provide a more convenient method of accessing Glimesh. We're working on video improvements for poor networks, so you don't have to worry about your stream not loading for someone who doesn't have perfect internet. We're even working on potential ways of making it easier for streamers who have poor networks to have a better experience as well. We're working on custom channel emotes, which will allow you to make your own emotes and post them in your channel. We're probably going to have a couple of unique features there as well. As a reminder, we're going to start simple. We're going to do kind of the MVP, and then we'll continue to expand for each of these features. When you first try the mobile app, it'll be basic. You'll be able to click on streams, you'll be able to watch them, you'll be able to chat, you'll be able to see who you're following, but not much more than that. So we're going to make sure that we deliver the feature first, make sure it's clearly known that we're still working on it, and then we can iterate with you guys, with the community, to make it better. And then we've also got gift subscriptions. We're going to work on being able to support gift subscriptions for anyone. So you can give a sub away, you can do sub giveaways, you can, all that kind of stuff. And then finally, rating. We have started working on the mobile app. It's still pretty early in development. Nothing major is ready yet. We have started working on video improvements as well. We've actually got one fix or one improvement for video that we're going to be rolling out here soon. And then we've got custom channel emotes in development right now. The only work I'm doing for custom channel emotes is to allow our team to upload global emotes. That way they don't have to wait on me anymore. We can upload new platform emotes immediately. And that'll help us have the right code in place for channel emotes as well. And these features, people have been asking, when are we going to launch? Is it going to be a big bang or what? We're going to launch these features just randomly. So one day you'll be using the site, and then the next day you'll use the site, and then there'll be a raid button. And we'll, of course, promote that and advertise that, but we like to just roll it out as soon as it's ready to go. And then if we make mistakes or we have to fix something, we'll do that. All right. So, like Chris said a minute ago, just because it's on the roadmap, or actually this was psychotic, just because it's not on the roadmap doesn't mean it's not going to happen. These are the kind of the big features we're focused on. These are what we want to make sure everyone knows. Hey, this is our priority. But sorry, let's skip to this real quick. But we are still working on other improvements. We're working on bug fixes. One of the things that we focused on last week was getting some of these annoying bugs fixed. One of the ones was, we had this problem early on where chat wasn't always scrolling. It gets stuck somewhere on the page. It's extremely frustrating. It lasted for a couple of weeks during our launch. And we think that we kind of mitigated most of those, chat scrolling bugs. But we kept hearing reports of it just here and there, and so we added a new feature that actually shows you when you're missing out. That way, even if we can't perfectly fix chat scrolling, we can at least tell you that you're missing out on them. So we did launch that. It needs a little bit of work. I think some users had problems with some screen resolutions, but we want this feature to exist. We want to be able to make sure you're not missing out on content. One of the other improvements we did make was we also added what are called meta tags to your stream page that allow it to show thumbnails of your stream whenever you link it on social media. So you can see kind of at the bottom here, we tested it with Mascamere's channel. Whenever you posted his channel link on Twitter, it actually showed up, like this. Oh, F. Okay. Like this. Oh, okay, there you go. Showing a thumbnail of the stream, showing, the title of the stream, and then, of course, a link to go to it immediately. This will work for Discord, Facebook, Twitter, all sorts of social media platforms. And then one other fix we got in that's worth mentioning here is there are ongoing bugs that cause streams and chats to refresh randomly. Realistically, that's actually happening because something in the back end is like crashing. That's not normal. We want to get that fixed. So if your stream refreshes, please let us know. There is one case where it's okay that the stream refreshes, and that's whenever we're deploying. But generally, we only deploy on like East Coast mornings. So any other time besides that, it's not normal for your stream to refresh. We'll be fixing those as they come. We did put in a fix recently to fix a majority, we think, of those cases. But if you see more, let us know. All right, and then what I wanted to show next was, we are working on the mobile app. Barcade, one of our designers, has been working very diligently on what the mobile app looks like, what the design system it is that it uses, and really kind of fleshing out how it'll work and what kind of features it'll have. And so now it's time for us to start developing it. So that's kind of where we're at right now, is we're actually working on developing the app. We've got a kind of prototype working. We have to actually add, authentication next, and then we'll be able to have actual chatting, and then we'll kind of just keep iterating and implementing. The way we're going to roll this out is we're going to roll it out internally on our Discord first, just so people who are intimately familiar with our community can try it, because it's going to be a buggy mess for everyone. I guarantee it. We've got a million different phones out there with a million different screen sizes, and we've got 2 brand new mobile developers. So it's gonna be fun. But if you're willing to try it out, we'll let you know as soon as it's available, and then hopefully we can get it nice and polished before we actually publish it to the App Store, to the Play Store, all that kind of stuff. And yes, it'll be available for both Android and iOS. Sorry, BlackBerry, or your car phone. I'm sure I'm dropping frames. I got really shitty internet. Let's see here.
It's coming and going.
Oh yeah, I definitely dropped some frames. I might be on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you are.
You don't know that.
I can see it in your top bar.
No, I'm not on Wi-Fi. I got my cord plugged in.
Then why does it show Wi-Fi up there?
Because I got both. I'm double interneting.
Internet go burr.
Yeah, so I'm sure I have packet loss. That's one of the things we want to get fixed recently. I have basically minor packet loss, but it kind of really interrupts the stream. We're working on something right now that hopefully will kind of smooth out that minor packet loss and make it a little bit more bearable. All right. So that's the mobile app. It's ironic. Firefox, surprisingly enough, Mr. Grandpa Firefox, handles the video packet loss the best. My stream that I've been watching has not interrupted once. It's not done anything crazy once. So I didn't know what you were all talking about. Yeah, Chrome has a bug where it like actually disconnects the video sometimes. All right, and then we've got another slide here, which is exciting, which B-Slice is going to be covering. Just kidding. You should do a real introduction.
Yeah,
Or
so
Bizzle.
Bizzle, I like that one. Yeah, hi everyone. I think those of you that have been in Discord might have noticed that marketing's been pretty active this week. We've been collecting ideas and trying to turn them into something which can go out on social media and advertising, things like that. We got a little volunteer team going at the minute. I'm not going to list names because I will inevitably miss someone out. But we've been working together really well. We've got a really good, solid list of ideas. We've got content for the next few weeks going forward. We've already had one video go out showing the differences in stream latency. We've got 2 more planned, and Chris is currently working on our next video, which is really exciting. It looks amazing. Can't wait. We've also been collaborating with other content outside of videos, things like the little May the 4th image you can see in the top there that's been going out on social media today as well. And the content's also started, like Clone was saying at the start of the meeting, getting shared on other platforms too. If you do want to get involved, there's always room for more people, more ideas. The more that we can get, the more things we can make, the more we can get out there. Just hop on over into Discord and you'll find us all in the marketing channel.
R slice? RB slice. Dr.
R
RB. Dr.
Arby's?
Arby's.
Dr.
Thanks, Barry.
Bees.
That was Barry, who is one of our community team members and also marketing extraordinaire. What I wanted to show real quick is some of the work we've been doing. Let me open up a couple more links real quick. Because what I want to call to action right now for the community is, so now that we're ready to get this butter churning, if you will. If I could just say that for 1 second, ready to get this butter, this milk made into some butter. Crystal's dying. You can't hear her, but anyways.
We can't hear her this time.
No, she's like embarrassed, so it's not really like audible. I can just feel it from her.
Bashful cackling.
Yeah. So now that we've got this social media presence that we're trying to grow, we've got the platform ready at least for some kind of viewership. We're continuing to make new features that hopefully will appeal to more and more audiences. I wanted to call to action everyone. We have been working on these great new social media posts. I'm sure you've seen them. I hope you've seen them. Any kind of support you can give us for helping to share these, for helping to kind of support these, even feedback. If you've got feedback on them, if you don't like them, if you want to see us do something different, we'd love for you to let us know, because this is how we're planning on growing the platform, by making things like this, by working with streamers to promote their content, to post unique and interesting content. That's how we really want to grow. So any help you can give us by supporting, by liking, by subscribing, by smashing that up button, whatever floats your boat, do it. And if you don't want to do any of that and you want to give us feedback, we'd love that as well. So I want to thank everyone who's been working on these new videos and images. Even this one is super cute. Somehow very Minecrafty and Star Wars at the same time, but I think it's great. I love the latency video. If anyone hasn't seen this yet, this shows off Glimesh FTL real time, and then the other guys, and it's given the other guys a lot of fucking credit. Let me just say that, because this was at 1.5 seconds of latency for the other guys, when in reality, you get more than 1.5 seconds. And so I really like this video as well to kind of really show off, how truly live streams are on Glimesh. Look at that. We're already on the moon. They didn't even know the moon exists yet. They're just now seeing the moon, and we're already landed.
1.5 is like a freshly loaded stream.
Yeah.
On a good day with the wind at your back.
What are you talking about? I like my nice age 20-second delay.
The longer you watch videos on the other platform, the more delay you get. So we got that. We got this new Star Wars one, which is awesome, using the hashtags. We've been retweeting and then making kind of our own posts. So it's been good so far. We've also got that TikTok I mentioned. We posted this initial video just to make sure that when people hear about us for the first time, they can actually go. Go check out what we are. And then we've started to post even stuff like Happy May the 4th on there with some Darth Vader Imperial March music. That was me. You can all blame that on me. I took some creative liberties there. I apologize in advance.
Maybe we should have went for the Cell Dweller remix, but that's just my opinion.
But yeah, that's what we got. So thanks for the team who's been really pushing the marketing. It's looking awesome. We just got to keep it up. We got to keep making this stuff and make it easy on us, right? We don't need to make this. If you have to spend your entire day on this for one post, we're doing it wrong. So thank you everyone for getting the good framework in place, for getting the ideas in place. I think these things are really awesome. And I think in a couple weeks we'll be seeing some of the fruits of the labor. What a weird saying, the fruits of labor.
Fruit.
All right, and then I don't think I have any more slides. So that's basically it for the team meeting. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for supporting us. Like I said, our focus right now is growth, viewership, and making sure that the site's usable. So if you see bugs, make sure you report them. If you want to share Glimesh, now's the time. If you're excited about a feature, help, make it, or give us feedback, or whatever you want to do. As a reminder, we're an open company. Anyone who wants to work on Glimesh can work on Glimesh. You're definitely fully accepted. And I want to thank you to all of the new contributors we've had who have actually put in some serious hours fixing bugs, pushing out DevOps patches, making logging better, all that kind of stuff that's happening. And also apparently tasking their computer with video rendering. So thank you, everyone. Have a good night.